Hey, this is Charlie.
This is JR.
Host of Speaking the Facts with Charlie and JR. Broadcasting live each week on Wednesday at 7 p.m. from Fishbowl Studios.
Log on to hear us speaking the facts on current events, family, and finances.
So be sure to log on each week on Wednesday at 7 p.m. to catch Speaking the Facts with Charlie and JR.
Tune in.
What's up, y'all? This is Speaking the Facts with Charlie and JR. And of course, I am JR. My lovely co-host and daughter is sitting over there to the right. What's up, Charlie?
Hey, Dad.
How's it going?
It's fantabulous.
It is fantabulous. I want to go ahead and get our housekeeping out of the way. This podcast and broadcast is brought to you by Kiss Wealth Now, taking care of all of your residential and commercial real estate needs.
Yes.
And Charlie, tell them how to get you that Kiss Wealth Now.
So, Kiss Wealth Now is available on all social media platforms, website. You can call me. And the reason why you want to, if you go ahead and real estate is the only way to hedge inflation. So if you want to stop your price gouging on your rent and whatnot, then you definitely need to Kiss Wealth Now so we can talk about how to hedge against that inflation. My number 214-738-4913. And my website is kisswealthnow.com. And then you can find me on all social medias handles under Kiss Wealth Now. Charlamagne.
And she's right. You want to because that rent was killing me, boy. So now my mortgage is set, and I don't have to worry about it going up. In fact, it's about to go down a little taste.
That's right. That's right.
Anyway, let me get the rest of the housekeeping out of the way. I will acknowledge the host and producers' alter egos. We are the Fly Guy and the Fly Girls. I am of course, don't call it a comeback because I've been fly.
Father time.
Oh, so you got it in there early today, huh? And of course, over to my right is Fly Money.
Hey, y'all.
And we got Kim, our producer, in the back, aka This Shit's Fly. What's up, Kim? Hey. And today we have Angelo over there on the knobs and faders. What's up, Angelo? Hey, so the gang is all here. I haven't got my grandson Trey in the back. What's up, Trey? So it's all good. So I'm going to go ahead and let Charlie introduce our esteemed and lovely guest for today,
Yes.
who we only got to agree to be here yesterday. So
That's right. Yes. And then we were late. I don't know what happened though. So I have Miss Elan Surratt. Did I pronounce that right? Surratt.
Yep.
I want to put the T on there. Surratt. And she comes to us with a wealth of knowledge. She is a serial entrepreneur and has done several different business ventures. The one that she's here talking about today is being a business consultant and how she can help you fund your business. And we know that, in order to be successful in business, you have to invest in your business. And sometimes you need a little capital. You need some money.
Absolutely.
So with her services, you help make a business liquid enough to be able to do what they need to do. And so without I guess I said, was that a good intro?
Thank you.
Did I leave anything out? Did I keep good notes?
Good.
So thank you so much for coming on.
Thank
and
you.
then you can elaborate and add anything that I left out.
Oh, absolutely. I'm Elan, and I am a funding consultant. I run my own brokerage, basically. And you can find me on all social media handles as well at Elefin, ELEFIN _funding on IG and TikTok, and Elefin Financial Exchange on Facebook. Charlamagne did give a good intro, and so basically what I do, I help small business owners get funding for their businesses, whether you are a startup or you've been in business for 10, 15 years, right? If you're looking for funding for your business, I usually help you get 0% financing. And what that encompasses is having an EIN. You need a fully forming entity, of course. And then you would want to have a business address, phone number, all the good stuff that you need to be in business, right? You definitely need to have a secure business that a bank will want to fund. But it doesn't have to be a business that is old,
Right.
It
could
can
brand
be a
new
new business. It can be a new business as well. Yep.
Okay.
For sure.
And so, what about the person who has the business and their mama name is trying to get them smart? I know you get those scenarios.
Not necessarily.
You don't get those? Okay.
No, not a business in their mother's name. No, not necessarily. Most of the individuals that
In their father's name, no.
Yeah.
I mean, no, I do get individuals who are partners with their spouses or family members and whatnot, but not necessarily in their mother's name or anything like that. But
They adulting. We get people who are adulting. Okay.
these are the people that we want to fund because we want them to pay the bank back.
Right. Yes. Yeah. Right.
Right. This is what we want. So, we definitely dot all our I's and cross all of our T's when we're qualifying our individuals.
Right.
But if you're a business owner in any state in America, I can help you get funded.
Oh, all 50 states. That is excellent. So now, what is the largest deal that you funded?
The largest deal that my company has funded was for $500K.
Okay.
Yep.
Nice. And I'm assuming, obviously, like you said, people can get at you at all social media handles, but maybe that person who's a small business that's just getting started, maybe their credit's not right, because we talked about that too. You kind of help them with that too.
Yeah, so we're all encompassing. So if you need to get your business started, if you need a business, we can help you format that business, right? If you need anything to help your credit get in a way, we have in-house specialists who will help you clean your credit up if you need, and get you in the position that you need to be in so that you can get the funding that you need.
Okay, so I'm Billy Newby, and I just want to acknowledge Gabe just switched with Angelo. So what's up, Gabe, over there on the knobs and faders? He's looking good, all groomed up and everything. So I'm Nathan Newby. I'm sitting here, and maybe I've got a tax return, and maybe I've got, maybe I've just filed for a business name.
Mm-hmm.
So just kind of lay out, in brief, how you would guide someone to get their business off the ground.
Someone to get their business off the ground, meaning funding?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So if you're a new business or you're an existing business, what we require is a pre-qualification. So in doing the pre-qualification, we want to make sure, again, like I said, you're a fully functioning business, right? You have all the everything that you need, website, all that good stuff, because the bank's going to check that, right? So we make sure we do that first. And then the second thing we do is we make sure we know what it is that you're looking for. What's your goals? What are you trying to do with the funding? Because we don't want you to just get the funding and then don't have anything to do with it, and then you miss a
change
payment.
my address to Bermuda or something.
Yeah, you miss a payment and the bank is looking for you, right?
Yeah.
So we don't want that either, right? We're doing holistic business here. So we do all of that for you as well. We ask those questions, and then once we ask those specific questions to you, then we go into what does your credit look like, right? So if you're someone who doesn't have like a 680 or better with a fully functioning credit profile, and I can go into detail what a credit profile should look like for specific types of funding, right? If I'm going into detail, what we want to see is a credit profile that is about 4 to 5 years old, at least, right? We want low utilization. We would like to have revolving accounts with comparable credit. So revolving accounts will be like a credit card, right? And with those credit cards, if you're asking for $50K, $100K, $150K, we want to see comparable credit. So we need to see a credit card of like $10,000 there somewhere, $15,000, $20,000 on your primary, right? And then, if you need, you can get authorized users as well. We can help you with those too. And then for the next part of your credit report, we want to make sure that you don't have any derogatories. We don't want to see any late payments. We don't want to see anything like that. A bunch of addresses. What else? And we don't want to see a lot of inquiries as well. Now, the reason why is because we're presenting this on behalf of you to the bank. And these are all the questions that the bank is going to ask. So we want to present them a profile that is going to get funded. So when we tell you you're going to get funded, we're going to make sure you get funded because we did all the pre-qualification for you.
Okay.
Okay.
And then what about maybe that individual that maybe does have some credit hiccups, but they have collateral?
Okay, so yes, if you do have any type of collateral, or your business is making a certain amount of money per month, preferably 10,000 or better, then we can do revenue-based funding for you. And if you do have hiccups on your personal credit, but you have already started building business credit, which is EIN only credit, then we can go ahead and use that as well to get you funding. You don't have to necessarily use your own credit to get credit, your own personal credit to get business credit. You don't have to. If you meet other qualifications, we can get you funding elsewhere as well.
Okay, that's very good to know.
Yep.
Because I think a lot of people maybe just are not aware, and they feel like maybe they're not there. But then you can kind of, I guess, blend the credit, so to speak, with having the credit with the EIN, and then that personal credit to make it stronger.
Yes. So EIN funding is something we do not do.
Okay.
But we can aid and help you getting EIN funding.
Uh-huh.
We have like a template to help you figure that out on your own. And then if you want what we call personally guaranteed funding, and I can explain what personally guaranteed funding is, it just simply means that you use your own personal credit to guarantee the funding that you're going to get for your business. It will not report to your personal credit unless you become delinquent.
Right.
Okay, so as long as you plan on doing the right thing and your business has been making money, use that money to make more money, pay the bank back. The bank loves you and will give you more lines of credit to build your business.
Right.
All right. So PG funding is a great way to get funding, but the EIN funding is something that we can help you get. We just don't do it for you. But you can blend those two in order to fund your business, in order to get the type of funding that you're looking for. Build on both sides.
And what is PG funding?
Personally guaranteed funding.
Personally guaranteed.
Yes.
See,
I
for the
slept
slow people in
on
the
that.
back.
It just went right over my.
For the slow people in the back.
No, it's all good.
It does not require parental guidance.
There we go, PG.
That's right.
And so now, what made you want to get into business funding? Was it something that you happened to do because you started doing it for yourself and you decided that you were really good at it? Kind of what brought you there? Because, most little kids don't say, I want to help people fund their business.
I'm going to be a funding consultant.
Yeah.
Absolutely. My story is I started off as a real estate investor, got into credit repair in 2016, and then got into funding because they kind of all work together. Got into funding because I was funding my own credit repair business. I was funding my own deals with real estate and whatnot. And so I decided, if I can do it for myself, if I've been successful for myself, I could help other individuals do this as well and build that. Because here's the thing. For me, it's very important that people of color know and understand that there's money out there for you, right? You don't know that, right? You're struggling and you're trying to build business and you're going by the bootstraps and you're saving your money and you're investing your own money and when it runs out, then what? What happens to your business? So you need the lines of credit in order to continue to allow your business to take the next step to whatever height you're trying to get to. So it's very important for me to know that. And this is kind of the reason why I got into it, is because I found out how to do it. It's not fair that I don't let people of color know how to do this, or at least how to get it, or have access.
And so, how many? As far as banks, what's your access? So I mean, are you maybe personally guaranteed? No, not personally, but have you become where you're funding some of these deals yourself? You became your own bank, and then you have connections with other banks. Like, how many sources of money do you have? Is there you have 100
The source
banks?
is unlimited. So we have access to most all the banks in the country, and the credit unions in the country, as well as fintechs. So we have reps everywhere, right? And if we don't have a rep, we'll go get that rep for you.
I think I haven't asked her, but maybe she can hire me. Maybe you can hire me. I'll become a rep. No. I
Right.
need one more job.
One more job. What? You only have 9 jobs?
Right. These reps were going to already work for the bank, right? They already work inside the bank. We just have relationships with them.
Oh,
and so,
inside the
yes,
bank.
so our companies work work with the banks.
I like that.
Across the nation, work with the credit unions across the nation and the fintechs across the nation as well. And so, if whatever type of funding that you need, we have access to it. And if it's something that we never seen or heard of, which I don't think, but if it is, we'll get access for you.
So is there a type of business that you absolutely cannot fund, that you guys have not been able to
So
fund?
we stay out of high risk business with NAIC code where there's high risk, so real estate, right? If your real estate company is named and is under an NAIC code that is safe, like consulting, right? Then easy funding. But if your NAIC code is under real estate, it will be a harder task to get you funded. One, because the bank is going to consider you a high risk, right? So real estate is one of the industries. Trucking is another industry, or the auto industry. Those are industries that are really kind of like high risk and a little hard to get funded.
Right.
But we have ways to skirt around all of that as well. So
Now, why are the auto and or trucking industries high risk? I understand the real estate, but why do they deem trucking or high risk?
The banks deem the trucking and auto industry high risk simply for the same reasons that they deem real estate high risk, right? You do have an asset, right? But this asset can be repossessed or foreclosed on, or something can happen to it, right? Something can happen to that business model where they don't have the type of protections that they're looking for with, say, for instance, if somebody was in the hair industry, right? The hair industry, we know, is some odd billions of dollars. People have to go get their hair cut. Not everybody has to go buy a house, or everybody has to go buy a car, right?
Right.
So they want to make sure that they're going to get their money back. And so it's a little bit uncomfortable.
And it's
for the
volatile,
banks.
So
you know.
so if I were
It's also
in,
very volatile, yes.
so if I were in trucking, would it be easier for me to get, say I'm a self-operated cell-phone trucking company? Would it be easier for me to get funding if I had 5 trucks as opposed to 1?
Yeah, if you had revenue coming in, absolutely, no problem.
Because
yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
if I have
you
1 truck
already
and that truck
working,
goes down, the revenue goes away. But if I have 5 trucks and 1 goes down, I still have revenue generated.
you still have revenue coming in. And so revenue-based funding is also something that we do as well, right? We have access to lots of different companies who will fund you based off the revenue that you produce. Again, like I said before, it was about $10,000 a month that we need for you to be generating each month in order to get funding under your revenue. So when you're showing that you do make money, but you know, you don't have to make a whole lot of money to get funding, right? And it is based off the revenue, so it would be a certain percentage based off the revenue that you've been producing for the last maybe 6 months to a year, or the last year to 5 years, things of that nature.
So are the entertainment and or arts considered high risk?
What kind of entertainment?
Well, I mean, say I have a record label or a recording
okay.
studio that's generating revenue. You know, say I have a podcast studio that's generating revenue. Say those kind of things. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Right.
So any business that is generating revenue
It's gonna be
is a
fine.
business that can get funded.
So you could be a
Okay.
private dancer.
You can be whatever you like.
If it's generating revenue, you can get funded.
Well, I was gonna stay away from that, but
You got to meet you got to meet all the qualifications. But as long as you meet those qualifications, whatever you do is your business.
and that's not
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was good. Whatever you do is your business.
Whatever
That
you do
was
is
good.
not my business, but I will get you funded.
So if my business were conducted in PM hours and I conducted it scantily dressed, as long as it generated revenue,
If your entity
That sounds so professional.
had the NAIC code, if you were formatted already, and yes, listen. When I tell you, all the bank wants to see is that you're properly formatted and you meet the right qualifications. If you're generating revenue, all we need to see is that you're properly formatted and that you're generating revenue.
That's it.
Okay.
Yep.
So
So to answer that, any business goes, and if it's maybe a risky business under the NIAC, then there may be a revenue-based way to get you funded. So basically, there's plenty
Options, yeah.
plenty of options, plenty of opportunity, but you just got to ask.
Absolutely, and that's part of the consultation that you'll get as well. So we consult consultations. We consult with you first, right, to extract information out of you to help guide you down the right path, because you may think something that won't fly, right? And so it's our job to make sure that you understand what you're getting yourself into and the things that you need to do in order to get funded. And if it's something that you need, we're all encompassing, so we'll get that done for you.
Gotcha.
So if everyone kind of has their ducks sort of in a row, I mean, just, maybe minor hiccups, from start to finish, how long does it take to get someone funded?
Good question.
And
Ed.
so, okay, that will be up to the underwriters in the banks most times, or
So that can be,
or
that's
your
a
handler,
wide window, because.
right? So we generally do 30 days or less.
Okay.
Some higher end funding, somewhere around 500 to $1 million may take 60 days to obtain, but it's just because of the underwriters.
Right, just really trying to
and the
make sure.
handlers,
Yeah, because
they may have caseloads that they're dealing with, things of that nature. So everything isn't always instant. Like, say for instance, if you went to apply for a regular credit card online by yourself, right? Everything isn't always just instant like that. There are people who actually looking at your file, which is a good reason to do business with us as well, is because algorithms, right? You go online and you apply for whatever, and the algorithm denies you, right? But you come to me, I look at your credit profile, and I put it before my banking reps, and now you have human eyes looking at that, and there's no algorithm. The human eyes say, oh yeah, no, that's fine, this is okay, that's okay, blah, blah, blah. You're approved. That's the difference, of dealing with a funding or a consulting company as well, is being able to have human eyes on your profile versus an algorithm on your profile spitting out whatever, because it doesn't like what it sees.
Right. And that's huge. I mean, even in my world of funding mortgages, we have what's called automated underwriting.
Yep.
And so that automated underwriting is pretty much is giving the reps some warrants. It's basically assessing the risk and saying, okay, we're going to assess the risk. But sometimes that automated underwriting will give refer. And we can still push through where those human eyes are going through and saying, okay, well, yes, that's okay, that's okay. So even though the automated system did not like it, we can still push it through.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yes,
so-
exactly.
So
Same
I would
thing.
assume that the algorithms err on the side of caution.
1,000%.
It's looking for it to be kind of perfect.
Yeah, it's looking for a reason to approve or deny, basically, black and white. So whatever they set the parameters for the algorithm to approve, if you are missing one thing, bye bye.
Right.
But if a human eye looks at that and you're missing the one thing, maybe we can go get that one thing for you. You never know, but the algorithm can't ask you that, right? Because it's computer, so.
Right. And so now you mentioned that you have reps all over the country. So if someone wanted to come to you and get some of your tutelage and maybe have you mentor them or what have you, what does that look like?
Okay. We have 3 different tiers for mentorship. And so we have what we call platinum, diamond, and just basic, really.
I would come in as a basic. No.
Basic mentorship is a 6-month membership, right? Mentorship. And basically, we're kind of just holding your hand, right? You do all the work, and we guide you. When you come in on a platinum or a diamond, we're mainly doing most of the work for you to help you build everything, and then teaching you how to operate and move.
Okay.
Okay.
Like that. And so maybe somebody's looking for something that they can do to supplement their income obviously, because you can't, you don't just start off funding and do it full time. It's something that you have to build into, because you have to, of course, show other people that you are reliable, and that you're going to be a great resource. But that's something that somebody could do to generate extra income.
Absolutely. So we have affiliate partners all over the country as well. So we pay out a percentage when you send us business, right? We have a whole portal that you can go through and track your referral. And if you need somebody to get funded, you can send them this way. And if you're just trying to learn the business in itself, we can teach you that as well for a hefty price.
For a hefty price.
Well, see, that was honest. They'll say for a hefty price. That's right.
So most people say for a nominal fee. It's not nominal.
It's not nominal.
Not at all.
Yeah. These services
But
cost
you get what you pay for, right?
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You get what you pay for. You get a business that can make you millions of dollars per year.
Yeah, I know. That's what I think. Is that Albert Einstein has said that there's value when you pay for it, and people forget they want everything for free, but then free is not necessarily going to bring you value.
Well, I find that's where the rubber meets the road. If you want to know how serious somebody is about doing something, watch and see if they'll spend their own money on it.
Absolutely.
Right, yeah.
I agree.
Because at the end of the day, that's you can say you're serious, you can jump up and down, you can scream and holler, but will you spend your money on it?
Exactly. And so we get that within this business model as well. People say they want funding, and you do your consultation. They're free, right? You do your consultation, and you say you want funding, and then you don't follow the next steps. So there's sometimes when people pay up front, right? It's different than when I'm consulting someone for free, or one of my teammates are consulting someone for free, and then it's time to make a move, and the person is like,
I don't know if I want to start my business after all.
slow to the draw, or maybe they already have their business started, right?
Right.
It's not about just starting the business. A lot of people that come to me already have businesses established already for many years sometimes, but just getting someone or getting a company to help them get the funding. So people kick tires with that too.
Right.
So if I'm starting a new business, I haven't generated any revenue yet, but I'm kind of up and running. Do your services show me how to help me to generate revenue? Do you towards getting funding to grow my business?
It would depend on the industry that you're in. That's not necessarily our area of expertise, is teaching people how to do the job that they chose to start.
Okay.
But if we can help you, we will, absolutely. But what we will do is teach you what you need to do to get funding. Right?
Yeah.
And pay it back. No. Make sure you pay it back. Pay it
right.
back.
So
pay
like
it
if
back.
you just open up an auto detail or something like that, right? Some things that we might tell you to do to try to generate business is, go live while cleaning, or in order to generate business, we might say, start off at restaurants, or start off at an auto sales place or something like that. So we may give you some type of guidance in that way, but that's not necessarily our area of expertise, is to teach you how to do the job.
And I like how you said that the job you chose to do. Yeah. So because again, it goes down to how much effort am I willing to put into what I say that I love to do or that I want to do. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but TikTok, really, to be honest, and YouTube, if you don't know how to do something, is free. And again, plug into everybody's TikTok and YouTube, because to be honest, we're all teaching you how to do certain things, by sharing information.
Right.
Once you plug into something like that, you can learn how to really pretty much do anything in this world, but like maybe be a doctor or something,
Right.
you're
Man.
gonna have to pay for that one.
I can't learn to be a doctor on YouTube, man. I was looking forward to that.
Not those high level, but if it's a trade or something, TikTok, YouTube, free.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. You know, there's Google University, YouTube University, TikTok University. I mean, yeah, you can find out how to do most things. You know, and it's you know, even talking about that. You know, I find it funny because a person will go watch something on TikTok and then they'll come back to you and be like, hey, I saw this or I read this, and I'm like, I love it. You know, because at least when I'm having that conversation with someone, I feel like I'm putting a sticky note to it. You know, it's going to stick because you actually have a foundation. So when we're having a conversation, we're not having this what if conversation. You just have that much information to where we can add on that, we can compound on that and make it that much better. You know, so I love it. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, and even our show, our podcast, you know, we air it on TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn. You know,
StreamYard.
StreamYard. You know, it's all over.
Okay.
And the point is that it has to be visible. We want people to know, and we try to come, look at 7-ish with valuable information.
That's right.
Valuable information, and this is so important, especially. You know, we have a lot of people. We have a lot more entrepreneurs now. You know, because most people realize that and I want to say that it's not easier to work for yourself. I feel like I work harder for myself than I did anybody I ever worked for.
I was going to say, I think it's harder to work for yourself.
Yeah,
Most
you know, because
definitely.
those checks, you're responsible for your check, and so.
So do you ever argue with yourself? It's like
Yeah.
it's time for me to get off. So, but you ain't done yet. But I get off it.
I know. Well, funny enough, I had like today. I knew that I had some things that I need to take care of, and so I asked my son. I said, "Hey, you got to work this afternoon?" And he's like, "Mama, no." And I'm like, "Okay, bet. I need you to drive me to my next appointment." And I have my laptop, and yeah. I mean, sometimes yeah. So I definitely am. I'm creative in what I do daily, and sometimes I have to be creative on how to get the job done. So yeah, I knew that. If I didn't have him drive me and I didn't have that time to where I could type, I was going to be so behind. You know what I mean? So yeah, I have those conversations with self. So I because I did that on the way out of here, I told him, I said, okay, I'll drive because I don't have to be on my laptop no more because I got the job done.
Yeah.
There you go.
But when we went to California recently, we went for her younger sister's wedding.
Okay.
And when we were driving around, she had a laptop open and she was, I've only got 80 some more emails to go.
Yeah, exactly.
but,
Stay
exactly.
hustling. I ain't mad at it.
Yeah, I'm like, I got to get it done. I got to get it done.
So how many hours a day do you work on average?
Ooh, child.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, it really just depends on the day, but I'm always working, to be honest. If I'm not trying to learn something to improve my skill set, I'm working with my clients. But I generally set out about 6 to 8 hours to work my actual business, and then there's networking that has to be done. There's videos and TikTok and all of that to be done. So the job is never done. As 24 hours.
I know, right? I know, right? And I love how you said that because like for example today, like I was super busy today helping my clients, but then my social media page kind of lacked. I made one post today and that was it. Normally I'm like trying to do 2 or 3, so I'm kind of behind on my social media posts, but I'm gonna make it. Today is only Wednesday, so I can make it up. But
Indeed.
but yeah, so we definitely do. Some days you do fall short, but you can make up for it.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely.
Yeah, and I know that when I was doing music for a living, that the days were long. Days were very, very long. And for those who are considering striking out on your own, just know that you can't tell the boss that you're going home because you're the boss.
You're the boss.
You're the boss.
And so you gotta hang in there and get it done, no matter how long it takes. But it's worth it.
Yeah,
right?
it's so worth it. It's like,
Yeah.
and then talking about networking and then always trying to stay on top of your skill set and be able to shift. So this weekend, the conference that I'm going to is it's called AI Twin, Angel AI Twin. And so that new software that everybody's getting is where you actually, you'll get that message So you can actually set it up for you where you're sending out your messages, where you're maybe texting, "Hey, I need this said, and I need to send to these people," so you have an AI twin that looks exactly like you. You record your voice to it, and it'll send these messages out like it's really you. Like they can't tell it's not you.
Oh,
So
I need that.
right. I'm like, ooh, this is gonna be dangerous.
Yeah,
Like,
I need
yeah,
that
if I
for
could
sure.
send that message out when I'm in my bonnet and my robe and my mismatched socks at home on my
Yep.
laptop working on a loan, but I could send out a video and be like, isn't
Yep.
she polished?
Then you have your
Isn't she,
funky-
isn't she professional?
Yep, fresh, you know.
I know, right? Doesn't she look bright-eyed and bushy-tailed? Yeah. So
Absolutely.
at 2 a.m. Right?
at 2 a.m., but yeah, you can set it and forget it, and it'll do that for you. So yeah, AI. A lot of people are like, I don't know how I feel about that, and I can admit in the beginning I was nervous about that too. I was like, how does AI fit in? But now AI is kind of like, it is. AI is meant to allow the research to be quicker. So the human still has to have the idea. So let's say if you wanted to research, what funding means, you still have to come up with the question. Like you can't open up the AI and be like, tell me what I'm thinking.
Yep.
You
can't?
No, right? Not yet. Not yet. It cannot read your mind.
Your phone does, though.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, our phone, when we open up our stuff, it might tell us that, about AI.
Yeah.
But yeah, so, there definitely the human functions are still required, the human element, comprehension. And what AI does is it builds upon your comprehension. It builds upon the questions that you're asking. So therefore, it kind of has a stockpile, So like, I love that, that AI, I've tested it before, and I was like, ooh, AI knows who I am. I'm like, oh, this is awesome, but if somebody gets asked enough, it records it. It'll keep the information.
Yes.
So Gabe, you were promoting AI, and we were talking on a podcast recently. Have you tried AI Twin? Yeah. Oh,
This is a brand new technology. Like, yeah.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so this is like
okay.
brand new. That's what they're doing. This big convention. They got all the big people coming in, and a big party at these people's place and stuff. It's a big old, it's a big rollout. So I'll come back with a lot of information.
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay. And I will be chomping at the bit to get it from you.
Yes. I cannot wait to. And then, that's just something, and I don't know. I mean, obviously AI is definitely not free. So that would be something would that be considered risky under the NIAC? Like, if somebody wanted to get a business loan for that type of capability?
So we've never had anybody in that industry come to us.
Not yet. Not yet.
Not yet.
There we
AI
go.
is so new
Yes.
to everyone right now. I would consider it to be risky just because it's gonna deal with like real personal data and information. So I would consider it to be risky myself, but I really honestly I'm gonna say I'm not sure about how risky that would be to a bank or a lender. It would really just depend on what that code was, to be honest, because it could be an AI company under a different code, so it really would depend on the code that you have your business under, whether it be considered risky or not.
Right.
But me personally, I would think that it would be extremely risky.
Right. Yes.
And so you did say that if I have a business and I'm up and running, but it's not coded, your service would guide me on how to code it so it would not
Absolutely.
appear to be so
Yep.
risky.
Yep. We will help you with the NAIC code so that you make sure that you can get the funding that you need, or that you just don't look risky anywhere that you're presenting your paperwork to, right? Whatever you're trying to do, you want to make sure that your business is not in a risky industry or considered a risky industry, so that you're always open to get that unlimited amounts of funding.
That's right.
So has anyone tried to get you to help them get funding for illicit or possibly illegal businesses? Or?
If they did, I wouldn't know. They was under the right NAIC code.
Oh, okay.
Right. Yes.
Right.
But she said,
and then the name of the business was under whatever. So honestly, to be very forthcoming, whatever you do, whatever you tell me, I believe you, right? So if you say I'm going to get equipment because I'm this, or I'm trying to do that with the money, I believe you. That's what I'm telling the bank, right? And so whatever you choose to do, if you buy Gucci with it, that's your business. If you buy illicit, whatever that is, I don't know. If you buy that, that's your business.
Yeah.
But we definitely want to do good business for sure.
Right.
So if you're telling, I'm assuming that you're being honest with me about what it is that you're saying that you're doing with the money for your business. So.
I got your T-shirt motto. Your business is not my business, but the funding for it is. No.
Okay, I love it. Yeah, that's actually a good slogan.
Yep.
So there we go. See, there you go. I just need a little royalty for that.
Yes. Y'all make sure y'all record. Get snapshot that.
That's right.
I know,
That's right. Well,
right? Exactly.
this is recorded, and you can definitely have that one.
Absolutely, I appreciate it. Thank
Now, right. So now I know you said you have people all around the country, whatnot, and you do business funding, and you being a serial entrepreneur. So is this your main business right now? Do you have other businesses that you're still doing?
I'm a serial entrepreneur.
Yes. So she has multiple. She
So
has 10
this
jobs.
is my main. Yes, this is my main source, right? But I am a licensed master barber. I can cut your hair anytime I want.
Right.
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 And I also invest in real estate as well. And I have my hands in the auto industry as well. So I'm
What part?
just flips.
Oh,
Buy-
okay. Oh, buying. Oh,
Just
buying.
hustles. These other things are hustles.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, but
I'll
you know,
take the money how I can get it.
there you
Right.
go.
Right. Yes. Right.
So we will be coming out with a product line soon, by the way. Now.
Okay. I know. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Right. My other business will. But
Yeah.
so yeah, I'm a serial entrepreneur. So I have a couple of different business ops going at one time, but my main focus is consulting, especially people of color.
Right.
Yep.
So I love that. I mean, this is just, and it's nice to be able to know that you can get funding from somebody who looks like you, and that somebody that you'd be comfortable having a conversation with. Because a lot of people they get intimidated when they walk into the bank and that person on the other side of the table does not look like them,
Yep.
and is probably really concerned about things that they shouldn't be bothered by.
Right.
Like I have a client right now who is getting a mortgage and was trying to buy a home from a builder, and she's a single parent with 5 kids, and that loan officer at that builder asked her, why do you not get child support from any of your children's father? And it's just like, that is none of your business. And then went on further to say, you know, are you going to be able to afford this mortgage?
Oh.
Yeah. So I think that it's important for our audience to know that, you know, this is someone that you can feel comfortable with, that is not going to judge you, you
Right.
know, and like she said, whatever you're telling me you're going to use the money for is what you're going to use the money for. Whatever you do with it is your business. But, you know, if you're trying to get that funding, there's not going to be no judgment. So there's not going to be a person sitting on the other side of the table looking at you saying, yeah, I don't believe that they got a bakery. You know, they baking other snacks, you know what I mean? You know, but that's none of their business, you know. So I think that
Making the good snacks.
they're making a good snack.
Still a bakery, right?
Yep.
Whatever you bake is your
still a
business. Whatever you bake is your business. You just need the funding for it. So that's important. So, you know, this topic is so important because, again, it's about feeling comfortable in the setting and knowing that that person's going to help you get it. So we appreciate you taking the time to talk about how you've helped business, and you've helped many businesses. She comes very highly regarded.
Thank you.
Yeah, I love it.
Well, you have a passion for people that look like us. Do you? And I think you alluded to this earlier, but do you find that people of color assume that they can't get funding?
Yes, that is the basic assumption, that most people of color, or, you know, my main business is people of color mostly. And it's probably just because of what I look like, right?
I didn't even notice.
Attract who I am, right?
Right.
But yes, most people of color that may have great profiles and great business structure don't even know they can get funding. They have no clue, right? And I'm here to tell you right now, your startup, your 2-year-old business, your 10-year-old business, your passion can get funded. You are not exempt from getting funding, right? And you just need to know how to get the access to the funding. And that's what I'm here to help you know, understand, and then help you achieve.
Yes. And then and I have a networking event that I do once a month at the Green Jacket. I told you about it.
Yep.
The next one's on the 21st. I think I
Yep.
sent you the flyer. So you're coming there, right?
Yeah,
So
I'll be there.
anybody in the audience who wants to meet her in person and have an opportunity just to feel her greatness, right? Be in her presence. You know, she will be at the Green Jacket on March 21st. The event starts at 6 p.m. We have free food, free drinks, and if you have your business purpose or passion, everybody gets the opportunity to share their business. That's the whole point for this networking event. We want everyone to have a captive audience, and it's not like any other networking event where you're kind of forced to go meet someone. Every person who wants to get up on the mic can share their business. Then that way, the people in the audience can come talk to you. You know,
Absolutely.
yeah. So
Wonderful.
we're excited to have
Have
you
you been
do
to the
that.
Green Jacket?
No.
But
I have
she's
not.
coming.
I'm about 2 weeks in,
Oh, okay. Okay.
so I haven't been anywhere just yet.
Okay. Well, the Green Jacket's a nice place. You'll enjoy it.
I'm sure.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Told me a lot about it, so
Yeah.
that's
Yes.
I'm sure I will enjoy that.
Are you a golfer?
I like to pretend in my head that I am one. You know, I like to pretend I know how to swing, but no.
No.
I'm
Well-
not-
And
I'm not a
you don't have to be a golfer. And if you don't like golfing, there's other games you can do. You can bowl. You can drive a race car. Like
I'm a
there's all
better
these things.
bowler.
Yeah,
You're
well,
a
and you
better
can do
bowler,
you can do
okay.
that with the
Okay.
golf stick. And so I guess with that, it's 8:16. So can you repeat how people can get in touch with you? Maybe the people who are just tuning in.
Yeah, I want to shout out Charlemagne and her father,
JR, yeah.
JR.
Thank
and,
you.
And also, I wanted to add, we do gap funding,
Yes.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Just so you know. So Charlemagne can help you get funded, and if you need additional funding for your real estate deals, holla at a player.
Right. And I have Iman call me and we're good.
Awesome.
Yes,
I love
yeah.
it. I love it. Good stuff. But how to plug into me, you can find me on Instagram and TikTok at Elefin, ELEFIN_funding. You can find me on Facebook at Elefin Financial Exchange. And I'm also on Google as well under the same Elefin Financial Exchange. So I'm everywhere, and my website is www.elephantfunding.com.
Hello,
So
we got it.
does Elephant have a?
Yes, elephant. So the basis
Kim.
of that is the elephant, right? And then financial. So ELEFIN, Elefin, basically financial.
I'm so glad she said to spell that out for everybody, for the people in the back. I didn't know how to spell it either, but I didn't think to ask that question.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you woke up to ask that question.
You know?
Yeah, I generally when I'm mentioning it, I like to spell it out anyways because it sounds like elephant
Yes.
and it's not.
Elephant. It sounds like it's French, elephant.
Like my name.
There you go.
Yeah. Is there
Sarah.
a meaning to elephant? Is there?
So again, yes, it is. So elephant is elephant, financial, put together, ELEFIN, elephant, and it still sounds like elephant.
Oh, it does. Yes, it
Right.
does. Okay.
And which
Clever.
brings you good
Clever.
which brings you good luck.
Yes, and
Okay.
the elephant is my favorite.
There you go.
Yeah.
And so with that, we always say you don't
have to-
you don't have to go home, right?
Yeah,
What-
yeah,
what do you
but
say?
we got to get the
out of here,
You know?
and you got to love yourself so you can love somebody else.
Please do
Right.
that.
And
we will be
then
back next
next
week.
time- yeah, next week.
Same facts time.
7-ish.
Same facts channel. we'll do better with the ish next week. And so again, Elon, thank you so much for
Thank you.
Thank
I
you for
appreciate you,
for
JR.
hanging out with us.
Yes,
Yeah,
Charlamagne,
yeah.
thank you so
And we will see y'all next week. And until then, y'all be good to yourself, be good to someone else, and we will see y'all next week. Take care.
All right, thank you.
Bye, y'all.